For the majority of us, shopping as a child meant leaving the house and bouncing between stores for hours in search of the ideal wager. With the passage of time, malls or retail outlets become an intervention. Everything seemed so much more ordered all of a sudden. It was no longer necessary for us to drag ourselves between shops because everything was now housed under one roof. Let's examine their impact on our life. When COVID-19 broke out and rocked shops everywhere, it appeared to be just another chapter in the depressing tale of an industry in decline. But that is not how the epidemic period has actually turned out. It is true that there has been a shakeout, with thousands of retailers, including some chains, permanently closing. A number of shop employees fell unwell and a wave of them lost their jobs permanently. However, COVID's shock to the system also brought about long overdue reforms, such as significant investments in technology, new methods of customer interaction, and expedited online order fulfillment that will strengthen the industry for years to come. Despite all the suffering the coronavirus has caused, it is easy to argue that the epidemic will ultimately benefit the international shops that survived. Comparing that to the industry's mid-2020 doomsday predictions is a shocking 180-degree turnaround. According to Michael Baker, an analyst with D.A. Davidson who has tracked U.S. retailers for more than 20 years, the idea that stores are dead has been proven to be a fallacy. More retailers are emerging from this stronger than when they entered. Retailers were also compelled to react fast as a result of the pandemic, forcing customers worldwide to do the same. With government stimulus money and the savings from not going on trips or eating out, consumers, who were stuck at home during the first few months of the program and were then cautious to visit stores when they reopened, embraced e-commerce like never before. This is the reason why the future looked so bleak for businesses who relied on foot traffic to their physical stores in the beginning. Ever since Amazon took the world of online shopping by storm over 20 years ago, the subject of how legacy shops endure has been a major concern. The industry's response ultimately evolved into the hazy buzzword omnichannel, which refers to integrating physical businesses and the internet. Retailers had been making intermittent investments in that area. Consider developments such as online ordering with in-store pickup. Many were forced to accept such vision because of the existential threat posed by the pandemic. In response, they revolutionized their business models in previously unheard-of ways, whether it was through order fulfillment or customer service. The president of researcher IHL Group, Greg Buzik, remarked, "It completely changed the way we shop." Additionally, he noted that merchants are currently implementing technology at a once-in-a-generation rate, with significant increases in the usage of inventory management technologies like electronic shelf tags and warehouse robotics. One of the most advanced retail markets in the world, China, saw a rapid push by retailers into e-commerce. According to consultant Kearney, more businesses have embraced the usage of chat groups to fulfill orders and stay in touch with clients who have decided not to visit in person. Live streaming of web videos raised sales for retailers of all kinds. A food delivery business in Wuhan assisted retailers in establishing contact-free pickup, sparking a surge in that type of fulfillment. For over 10 years, the British department store chain Marks & Spencer has been attempting to turn things around. By closing underperforming locations and making investments in digital products, including as online grocery, it accelerated its transition by taking advantage of the epidemic. With its shares rising more than 60%, the company has increased its earnings prediction twice this year, the first upgrade since the year 2000. Retailers in the US found creative ways to service clients while their locations were closed. Thanks to easy low-cost software, live streaming began to gain traction outside of China and developed into a legitimate source of income. Additionally, chains pushed more aspects of the conventional in-store experience online. In order to reduce the resistance to making large purchases online, Signet Jewelers, the company behind the Jared brand and other chains, introduced video chats with associates from its locations. Additionally, retailers came up with strategies to encourage greater e-commerce at their establishments. This includes facilitating conversation and photo and video sharing using a mobile app for in-store staff to assist customers who shop online. The way people shopped also changed significantly in areas where e-commerce was only getting started. Retailers in markets ranging from Russia to Mexico were pressured to improve payment security and expedite delivery. For instance, the U.S. retailer Home Depot's Mexico branch now allows consumers to purchase products online and pay with cash in-store, which is still the most common method of payment there. Many of these innovations' prospects for success will depend on how successfully the new customer behavior persists after COVID. Retailers are placing bets that a larger percentage of their sales will come from services like picking up internet orders in-store. The staff that contracted the virus and all the retailers who failed will also be remembered from the COVID era. Among the chains that closed were American Pier 1 Imports and the British Arcadia Group, which owns Topshop. And a lot of people who don't have as much capital to invest as the major companies haven't been able to make significant changes. They continue to appear vulnerable, particularly in light of the fact that pandemic-era stimulus plans are winding down, and that the Omicron variety is contributing to an increase in COVID cases throughout a number of regions of the globe. However, 2021 brought about a spectacular comeback for the major players who got things right. It is anticipated that U.S. chains with over 50 stores would have added over 4,000 new locations this year, with Dollar General and Dollar Tree being the leading discount chains. According to IHL Group, that would be the first net rise since 2017. An estimated 3,500 closures from this category occurred in 2021, accounting for 25% of the total closings that occurred in 2020. The rebound has played a major role in the Spider S&P Retail Exchange-Traded Fund's 32% gain this year, substantially outpacing the gain of the more general S&P 500 index. The fund tracks the S&P Retail Select Industry Index. However, retail stocks have not performed as well in other regions of the world. Placer.ai, a platform that estimates foot traffic using anonymous mobile phone data, said that overall store visits in the United States this year are just 0.8% lower than during the same period in 2019, despite the impact of COVID variations in some areas of the country. More people are shopping at many of the largest chains across multiple categories than they were before the outbreak. These consist of Bath & Body Works, Ulta Beauty, Dick's Sporting Goods, Target, and Lowe's. According to Placer.ai statistics, visits to Walmart, the largest store in the world, are only 2% lower than they were in 2019. To sum up, retail establishments use a variety of cunning strategies to gently draw in and involve clients. Retailers design an immersive atmosphere with the intention of influencing customer behavior, utilizing everything from the thoughtful arrangement of products to ambient elements like lighting and music. In order to enhance the whole shopping experience and encourage customers to explore, stay, and make purchases, pricing schemes, loyalty programs, and interactive experiences are included. Even though these strategies are frequently ignored, they are vital in influencing consumer choices and building a bond between the customer and the brand. The combination of visual merchandising, product placement, and sensory aspects creates a seamless approach to entice customers while they are navigating the meticulously curated area. This elevates the retail experience beyond a transactional encounter to an artistic fusion of commerce and psychology. What do you think of the different types of retail stores? We'd love to hear your ideas, so please leave them in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for even more amazing views.